Great. So I used to be a middle school math teacher. I was a middle school math teacher for 10 years, and I left the classroom in April, and I got a job at Microsoft. And while I was at Microsoft, I realized what I wanted my new career to be, especially since I had just come out of education. I wanted to really have a new career, not just have another job for the rest of my life. And I was a math major in undergrad. I also had just taken a data analytics class, and to kind of test the waters to see if this is something I really wanted to do. So I'm really hoping to leverage the MSBA program in order to fully have a career switch and use analytics. So I would say, first off, I am local to the area, so I definitely knew that I wanted to go to a program within the DMV area. The second thing is like, especially knowing who I was in college and kind of like over my adulthood, I've also learned what type of learner I am, and I knew that I would do best in a hybrid program and not necessarily fully remote or fully in person as well. And I saw when I compared that UVA had the most in touches in the DMV area. And what was most appealing to me was this idea of residency, especially when we're juggling our life and our work, having straight chunks of time where all you do is focus on the residency. I knew that that was going to work best for me in terms of my learning. First of all, it's the name of the program, right? Like, we're in UVA, Darden, and McIntire, and I think just the name alone speaks volumes. I also think, second of all, especially working at the same time as being in a program, being hybrid is probably the best because you can still have that work-life balance, as well as upskill. So I would say overall, I've loved my interactions with the faculty, and on top of that, like, our program is very rigorous, so at some times, especially with working, we might, for instance, be waiting kind of to the last minute to have a project, but our professors are still always available. Also, all of them are majority in Charlottesville, but they will answer emails with it very timely, and if not, they'll even call you to make sure that like you have your answer, or for instance, how to kind of triage, for instance, like in a code, Albert was willing to help me and even opened remotely my Jupyter notebook. So again, they're very responsive, as well as making sure that they're able to answer your questions.